the topic that everybody has an opinion on, and I want to hear what you guys think about it. Is there potentially collusion in our league?
Let me go first.
Oh, man.
Let's hear from you, Lee.
Lee.
All right. First of all, now I was talking to Kirk. I know Kirk pretty well, and even you. I talk to you almost every day. Most of us I talk to John. So I kind of know you guys where you at in terms of collusion. But the problem is not necessarily you guys. It's the other younger GMs, the guys I talk to you guys. It seems to me Johnny or I have to pay a lot more for a player from any one of us. There is 5 outsiders, it seems to me, in terms of GMs, and there is 7 of the Martins. Okay, so it seems like for anybody on the outside to make a trade with anybody in the Martin, they got to pay more. If they don't pay more, then they go back to Kirk or one of the other ones, they'll pay less, and the trade goes through. That's what it seems like to me. Now, whether that's true, that has nothing to do with Kirk. It's not Kirk's coercion to do with that. It's that they feel like, you know what, if I can't get all this from this guy, I'm going to take less. I'm just call my uncle or my father, I'm going to just take less from him. That's what it looks like to me. That's why it's a good thing Johnny and I draft well, because a lot of times we don't need trades. Because if we needed trades in this league, we probably would never make the playoffs.
I've always reserved comment for this because I didn't want people would take that or take offense to it. But it has to be said. It's ridiculous. I mean, let's count how many times I've gotten a call from either Chris, Leon, Anthony, Junior, any of these guys that actually, well, Junior a little bit different, to make a trade with me. I don't get these calls. I call everyone, okay, to get to make trades. It seems to me that they're always making trades with each other. It's rare. I gotta go and I don't mind paying more because that's what I usually do anyway. I gotta go and reach out. Yo, let's do X, Y, and Z. But nah, when it comes to me, I gotta pay more. It's always with those guys that trades are happening, and not to say that Kirk, you're forcing this to happen, or anyone else is forcing this to happen, but it looks that way, like Lee said. And I think that subconsciously this thing's happen where these guys feel like, you want to know what? If all else fails, I'm gonna go to Kirk. I'm gonna go to Landy. I'm gonna go to not even you. I'm gonna go to Leon. I'm gonna go to Chris. I think particularly Chris, Kirk, Leon, and Junior stay in a real clique, especially with this year. It's like, you want to know what? At the end of the day, how many other people do Chris break trades with besides Leon and Kirk? You just have to extend this. I don't care about 30 seconds.
Kirk, he mentioned some points there. I just want you to speak to that. So he brought up the fact, him and Lee brought up the fact of basically saying that there are certain people, it seems like they're trading a lot with each other. And you seem to be a part of that group, and they tend to be making trades with you. Is there any truth? Wait. Before you answer, is there any truth to that, Kirk?
Absolutely, I don't think there's no truth to that.
No, is there truth? Is there truth?
Let him speak, John.
Kirk.
Let him speak, John.
Hold on. Is there truth to the fact that they trade with each other? That's a fact, in my opinion. Is there truth that there's a clique that trades with each other?
But you know what? I kind of understand what you're saying with that part, John.
That's what I'm saying.
You have to understand. For instance, I didn't know HD much before, he got into this league, and even the first year I didn't talk to him much, so we didn't know each other. Now that I know him, it's much more comfortable to go to him and make a trade with him or talk to him about baseball and stuff like that. So I think people trade with whoever they know and feel the most comfortable.
No excuse. That's
Let him speak, John.
Okay, yeah, I understand. You know what? You're right, Kirk, because I have to back up, because before that, I do get calls all the time from Kirk, and I really see John. I talk to John all the time. I use Leon every once in a while. I've gotten calls from no one else at all besides the 4 guys. So, you know,
unless I reach out.
Hold on. Even though guys don't like it, you know, Johnny is a perennial winner in this league, okay? I'm a perennial winner in this league. So, to me, it doesn't matter all that stuff. Our word has to be something. We have to know what we're doing a little bit because we win perennially. And it's not whether you like it or not, doesn't matter. The other GMs within the league, they should know that and be aware. You can't tell me that you can't use the advice of a guy that's wins year in, year out. You can't tell me you can't use the advice of a guy that's finished first place or top of first place every
you can't tell me another thing with that. Let me just add to that is you can't tell me with my team being in first place for most of the year, every year, that I don't have good players that people won't want on their team. So why am I not getting calls? Whether or not you want to pay what I'm going to be asking for is a whole other thing. Why am I getting calls? I called Chris last year. I called Chris last year for a trade, and I was willing to give him a lot. And if I would have done the 2 trades I called him for, I mean, it would have totally hurt my team. I don't know if that people don't want to trade with me to make my team better or something like that, or whatever the case may be.
I think there's some.
You have to try to make your team better. So why would you not call? I'm like, people are looking for left fielders, right fielders, something. If I have excess, just come look at people's teams.
Fantasy.
It seems like they're only looking at specific people's teams, and they rarely go outside of the realm, And then the people who are stuck on the outside are like the sluggers, Spartans.
So it sounds like Lee and John are pretty much in agreement. Lee and John are pretty much in agreement that there is some form of whether it's intentional or unintentional, but there is some form of collusion going on in terms of people tending to want to trade with certain people.
Well, let me just clarify.
And that is the definition of collusion because.
Collusion, it is the definition of collusion, but collusion is a strong word because collusion is almost
you're not trying to cheat.
I believe that it's happening subconsciously. It's consciously in certain instances.
Are they trying to cheat?
Consciously, listen, I believe once or twice it happens consciously where it's like, you know what, at the end of the day, if I can't get this trade, I'm just going to go to dad. I'm
Lee.
going to go to brother. I'm going to go to cousin. But I believe that most of it is done subconsciously. Let me let the league understand that. I believe that they, in the back of their minds, they don't really see it, but it's happening. And it's done subconsciously, and they don't even realize it. But that's what I'm calling the league to say, go around, look around.
Could it be that you're subconsciously, for instance, you and Lee, that you're not part of the family, that on the friendship or whatever is going on here? Could it be that you guys are just thinking outside the box and thinking a little bit into it too much because we're making trades again? No.
Now, wait, let Lee.
Go ahead, Lee.
Hold on. For me personally, it doesn't matter. I draft well every year, so I don't really.
I'm just about to say that.
Yeah, but say what you're seeing, though, Lee. Say what is it that you're seeing?
If you look at it, just look at it, Kurt. Look at the last couple of years. Look at the trades. I believe that anybody that comes, they want more from me or John, or if they don't get more, they'll take less from the other side. That's just what I've seen. I mean, that's just to me. Now, whether we say, well, maybe not, okay, that's for debate. But to me, when I have to make a trade, I have to overpay. Or they go to Kurt, they go to Leon, they go to O, and they make a trade that's somewhat of an equal, or even lesser. They'll take lesser instead of taking what me or John, or if they would be willing to give to him so they can say, no, I don't want it. That's what it seems like to me. Now, again, this was brought up because I just spoke what I felt, but you know what, at the end of the day, part of the problem is going to be there's 4 or 5 GMs that's a perennial loser in this league, and the reason they are is because they are every year making horrendous trades.
And they'll be trading with the same people.
Kirk, you were saying something?
No, I'm saying, yeah, I agree with that part. There's 4 or 5 GMs in this league that every year after year they make bad trades to destroy their teams. I understand. I understand the way it looks. The reason they do it, they don't want to go somewhere else. They don't want to talk to John. They don't want to talk to me. They don't want to talk to Marvin because they just feel like, well, like you said, part of what you said is true. It's like they're not comfortable. But at the end of the day, this is year 3 or year 4. I mean, I try to call everybody.
What's the talking about?
Well,
it's business. Business. But I just want to just respond to what Kirk said real quick. It won't be quick, but just respond to what Kirk said. Kirk, look, listen. I don't think it's me and HD probably looking and seeing it for what it's not. I just think that this is what happens, and we're just pointing it out. I've held my tongue to not speak about this too deeply because I know it could kind of look funny. But I'm like, well, no, holding your tongue really doesn't help the situation because they have to realize this is what's happening, whether you realize it or not. Again, I just want to reiterate that I think it's subconsciously happening, but this is what's happening. You rarely get to deal with anyone from outside of that circle, and that's whack. That's should be what the league is about.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. And baseball stars, you guys can weigh in. Is there any truth to what these guys are saying tonight? You guys have a lot to think about. You guys have a lot to weigh in on. This is going to be posted on the league page, so definitely post your comments. Tell us what you think. And that's it. Good night.
Good night.